before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Community Wealth. Today we're going to go over my mortgage scores and my auto scores. And all of this is Experian FICO score. The mortgage score is the FICO 2, and the auto scores are the FICO 2 and the FICO 8. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports with all three of the bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week using your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. Now, if you don't have a vehicle, you don't want to use your own, you can click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. That way you can use the hire car along with the Wealth Dasher to still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. You want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500? Click the Be Free link in the description below, then click Sign Up. You would like to get cash back on your online purchases, you can always get your cash back by clicking the cash back link in the description below. You want that new MasterCard from Aspiration. It's the Aspiration Zero card where they give you $300 back on your first $3,000 spend in your first 90 days. You can get that card by clicking the Aspiration link in the description below. Okay, so let's go with the mortgage scores. We're going to start with November, I believe it was, November. So let's look right now. So here you see the mortgage score from November 2nd. And I was at a 663, which is still considered fair. All right. Now, as you know, with the mortgage scores, you don't have to have a high score to get a mortgage. I believe you can be as low as, depend on the program you're with, you can be as low as like a 575 or something like that to get a mortgage. But of course, as you know, the higher your score, then the lower your rate. Okay, so the higher score, the lower your rate. Also, the higher score, I believe, would be depend on the program, the less you had to put down as well. So I was at a 663, which will give me a pretty good rate at a 663. That's a pretty good doggone rate. And remember, this is the Experian FICO 2. Okay, so that's a pretty good rate. But this is back in November. Let me show you what it is today. Now you see here, I am at the FICO 2 Experian mortgage score again, and I'm at a 655. So you see, I dropped, what's that? I was at a 663, so I dropped what? 8 points. So I dropped 8 points, and that's because of the utilization. So whatever is happening with your credit cards and things like that, all is going to affect all your scores. Okay, so I dropped 8 points. I'm at a 655, which is still pretty good to get a good mortgage. You know, I mean, like I said, you can start at 575 and come all the way up. You know, so again, it's just that the higher your score, the cheaper your rate will be. That's the only difference. And you might, you know, have to put down a little more, you know, if you got a lower score. But at 655, you can get a mortgage with no issue with that. All right. So that is my mortgage score. So again, you could, with the FICO scores, you have all types of scores. You have the bank card score, which is going to be my next video. You have the mortgage score, you have the auto score, and you have your score. And also they have a rental check as well. It's not necessarily a rental score, but they check everything that's going on with your rental background when you rent from people, you know, as far as home rentals. All right. They also check your credit for what you call that. I don't know what score they check. I don't know if they check your basic score, your general score, or they check your auto score. But they also check your scores for auto insurance sometime as well. So let's go ahead and go to the auto scores right now. We're going to start at the FICO 2 auto score. All these are Experian scores, by the way. Okay, so we're going to start with the November 2nd FICO 2 auto score. The reason why I'm doing that because there was no auto score for FICO 2 in December. So we're going to go with November, and I was at a 590. Now again, I say this in quite a few videos that you're going to very rarely get your FICO 2 pulled for an auto score. All right, they're more than likely going to use a FICO 8. They might even use a FICO 4, but they're very rarely ever going to use a FICO 2. So the fact that I'm at a 590, I can still get an auto loan with a 590, to be honest with you. It's going to be a very high interest rate. We're talking about 26, 27, 28%. Because I went back in the day, and I don't know if it's still valid today, but I know a while back that they said you can get a auto loan with a 557. So this is at a 590, so I'm well in the range, if I was to, use this score. But the FICO 2 is not being used at all, pretty much, unless you had like a super rinky-dink, hole-in-the-wall auto lot or something like that for used cars or whatever. It's not going to be anything new. The new one's going to pretty much use the FICO 8. So I'm going to show you the updated FICO 2 auto score now. So I'm at a 577. All right. So I even dropped lower than a 590. But again, this is due to the high utilization on a credit card. All right. Remember, I was at a 44% with my Cash Rewards Navy Federal card. So that's why my score dropped. I was at a 590. All right. Now I dropped 13 points. So 577 on my FICO 2 auto score, which is not a big deal because nobody's looking at this. I go to new car lots. Nobody's looking at this. All right. So now we're going to go to the FICO 8 score. I believe I'm going to do the December FICO 8 score. I'm not going to go to November. I'm going to go to December because I had a December FICO 8 score. FICO 8 pretty much updates every month. All right. So we're going to go to the FICO 8 score for December. Okay. So here's my December FICO 8 score. All right. I was at a 689. Look at that. A 689. So that is a pretty good range. Not very good, but pretty good. I'm pushing that 700 range. So I was at a 689 in December. And that's because at this time, my utilization was at 4%. If you recall looking at my video for my 3 bureau score, I was at a 4% utilization with 2 credit limit increases. The American Express increased to $5,000 from $2,000, and the First Premier increased to $900 from $700. So that put my available credit up there a lot more by $3,200, and my utilization would stay pretty low at 4%, actually very low at 4%. So that's why I was at a 689 FICO 8 auto score in December. So now we're going to go to the updated January FICO 8 score. Now here's my FICO 8 score for January 2022. I'm still in the good range though. I'm at a 677. So this is the score that they're going to be looking at. And I'm pretty sure it's staying that way because I only have a high utilization on one card. And remember, this is Experian. I don't know what the auto score is on Equifax and TransUnion, but for my Experian score, it's looking pretty good. And last time I went to the dealership when I used GMC, I got the GMC loan. Well, I got the GM loan. They pulled Equifax and they pulled Experian. They didn't pull TransUnion. So they pulled Equifax and Experian. So if they're just looking at Experian, I'll be pretty good because I'm at a 677. I'm still in a good range for the FICO 8 auto score if I want to get another vehicle or refinance my vehicle or whatever. Okay. So that's how it's looking right now. These are my scores for the auto 8. All right. And this is through Experian. So I hope this helps you out. Hope it's motivating you to go ahead and get your credit together. And remember, this is because I have a decent profile. I have right now I have a $9,000 Navy Federal credit card. I'm not the primary, but I have an authorized user $5,000. Well, I'm an authorized user on the $5,000 American Express card. I have a $900 First Premier card, and all of my cards are, right now the cash rewards. I've never been late on that. Never been late. I had high utilization even like now, but I was even at 90% at one time. But I've never paid late with that card. That card is 100% on time every month. The American Express, 100% on time every month. All right. But that First Premier, right now, I'm at 23 months. So next month will be 24 months. So I'll be 25 months in March when it started to report a lot better. So I have 25 months of on-time payments with the First Premier card, and they're only looking at the last 24 months. So I'll be good. And also I have the auto loan, which been being paid on time and actually early since June. And also I have the real estate loan that's been paid on time since July. All right, so I have all of that going on my card. Oh, and I also have a paid off student loan within the last 12, 13 months. So all of that's looking good on your credit report, okay? On top of you keeping utilization under 30%, and I got to get it down to under 10% on that Navy Federal card, so all of my cards will be under 10% moving forward again. All right, so hope this helped you out. Hope this motivates you to get it going. Go ahead and get your credit score so you know it's on your reports from the credit monitoring link in the description below. And if you want to get started with a credit card, you can go ahead and get that Aspiration credit card by clicking the Aspiration link in the description below. That's the Aspiration Zero MasterCard. They give you $300 cash back. Well, I say a $300 bonus after your first $3,000 spend in the first 90 days. All right. So thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.